As you make yourselves comfortable, you hear the front door to the shop sort of swing open. There's a little bell which goes ding, 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 ding. And you hear 3 sets of footsteps come up behind you, and moving into the back door. Turning, you see a woman. You would place her in her mid-30s. Medium height. She has her hood up, so you can't see too much of her face, but you can see a little bit of white hair sort of poking out. And she is flanked by 2 absolutely enormous dudes. And she looks around at you all and surveys the room and says, Well.
Hello.
Making yourselves comfortable.
Yeah, is this where we come to get the crime money?
Crime money?
Yeah, I would like to... If we could just get to the bit where we do the crime and get the money. It's just I need the money. Quite.
How much you got on you?
Well, I've not got any money. That's the point. That's why I'm here. I say.
Oh dear.
I turn back to the bench.
Oh dear.
Can I
She looks around the room again, says, They already taken poor Bilkins?
There was a dead guy who got carried out.
Yeah.
Oh, such a shame. I had hoped to pay my respects before he was taken.
Probably catch
But
him.
never mind.
They weren't going very fast because they didn't have a very technologically advanced way of moving the body. I start sketching up a blueprint.
Could I take a closer look at that?
Yeah, let me just... there you go.
She looks at it. She does sort of appear genuinely interested. Right, that's committed to memory now. Thank you. And she screws up the piece of paper and drops it on the floor and actually grinds it under her heel, which seems a little unnecessary. She says, Clearly, none of you recognize me, which is a little bit of a shame, but unfortunately, there's something that I need from you all. Can you guess what it is?
A drink? You sound like you could do with a drink, actually. Your voice is a bit funny.
Bit funny.
Yes.
You think it's funny?
Yes.
The 2 large dudes step towards you, Barnaby.
Three drinks?
She holds out a hand. What do you have?
It's it's a crystal glass full of it's beer, but I'm not putting my lips on a dirty tankard, so fancy a beer.
Pour out 3. Let's toast our new association.
Absolutely, yeah, sure. I'm going to pour out the drinks.
Wait.
Cool.
Excuse me, madam. Who are you?
Yes.
Did you have something to do with these letters? And I waved the letter that I received.
I've never seen that before in my life. My name's Picket. I'm second in command of the Lampblacks. Perhaps you've heard of them.
Oh,
You all
yes.
have. They are a very serious and frightening gang that operates out of Crowsfoot, which is a nearby district full of ne'er-do-wells. You've already met Bilkins. Well, he used to run a small operation out of this room. They all seem to have scarpered, though, which is a little bit of a shame, because he owed me quite a lot in gambling debts. And as the nearest warm bodies to his place of business, you have now inherited that debt.
Now, hold on a minute.
Congratulations.
Wait. Falling into someone else's gambling debts just because we happen to be the closest warm bodies does not seem like a job to me.
Seems a bit unfair, doesn't it?
Hugely.
Yeah. And she sort of looks round and goes, yeah, that's life though, isn't it? Weird how it works. Anyway, 24 hours. He owed me 8 coin. I'll meet you back here. I've seen all your faces now. I'll meet you back here, 24 hours, and if you don't have my 8 coin, I'll kill you all. Bye.
You don't want the drinks then?
She's already downed it. She's taken the drinks. She monstered it in sort of one impressive smooth movement. And she has left. 24 hours since you first met Picket, you are back and you have her money. She is delighted. She says, I think this is the start of a very fruitful friendship. And she sort of brings you all in for a group hug and says, if you ever want another job, just let me know. You all seem competent.
All of us?
You mostly seem competent. Welcome to the life of crime, she says.
Huzzah!
And laughing, she leaves, and you have indeed been inducted into the life of crime. So you're alone in the shop, apart from the WMM, as I'm going to start calling him, when all of a sudden, a knock at the door and a loud voice calling, "Hello! Anybody home?"
Gosh.
You recognise the distinctive and punishing on the throat voice of Picket, second in command of the Lampblacks, who you met in the very first adventure. And she is stood outside in the street.
Do you want to get it or shall I, Zilla?
Does she know we're here? We could just pull. We
I
just
don't
pretend
know. we wait for a second.
Hello! I saw you go in!
Oh,
Dang it.
god damn it! All right, I go and answer the door.
Cool.
Hey, hello. Wait, sorry. We were just just making ourselves decent. How are you?
We were in the back room.
We were in the back room making
come out
ourselves
wearing a
decent.
towel.
Yeah.
Picket is stood in the street as before. Last time you saw her, she is flanked by two very serious and mean-looking heavies, but she has a smile on her face and she gestures grandly to you both and says, "What a pleasure to see you again. I wondered if you would be so kind as to accompany me on a short walk, for I have a proposition to put before you."
Yeah, go on then.
"Marvellous. Follow me." And she sets off down the street.
Make sure that we lock up properly behind us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want anyone stealing the wonderful mechanical man.
Yeah.
You don't want him escaping. More to the point, yeah. You walk down to the end of the street, and she sort of turns around, and she's basically walking backwards as she talks to you and says, "It's a very busy day, a very wonderful day for the Lampblacks. I don't know if you heard, but Baz, our glorious leader, his daughter Cornelia is getting married tonight, and I'm in charge of overseeing preparations for the glorious wedding. Which reminds me, Jonker!" One of the heavies nods. "Yes, boss. I need you to go pick up flowers for the centerpiece. Can I trust you to meet us at the venue?" And he goes, "Yes, boss," and sort of peels off. You follow Picket and the one remaining heavy as she walks you through Night Market to a rather nicer part of the district and through into Crowsfoot, actually, which is the Lampblack's turf. She explains that Baz's daughter Cornelia is getting married tonight to Belle. Belle is a captain in the Billhooks, a rival gang, and is a sister of the leader of the Billhooks, Tarvel, although Tarvel is currently serving a sentence in prison. All of this kind of drama and stuff is explained to you by Picket as she walks, and by the time she's reached the end of the summary, you arrive at a converted coal warehouse. This is a sort of an old industrial building that has been refitted for private events. The place is abuzz with industry people, getting tables ready, organising things, setting up for a wedding. Someone is like festooning, lights. I think that is just called festooning, isn't it? Like a trendy wedding in a brick warehouse.
Sure.
Like the big light bulb ones.
Huge light bulbs.
Yeah.
In
On
fact,
the big
Picket
thick black
gestures to them and
wire.
says, yes.
If we had a Pinterest, it would.
Yeah.
This is
So why are we here, Picket? You want us for the cake, or?
Oh, sorry. Our business is separate to all this. It's just a matter of timing. Bear with me one moment.
The wedding chat, and we're not even invited. We're not.
Oh, well, you know what? Maybe you should feel free to swing by to the reception later.
Yeah. Okay. An invite to the after party.
Oh, yeah, reception only.
The evening
Right,
event.
thanks. Know where I stand.
We would
Right.
be delighted to have you.
Your evening
You up
do-
there! She suddenly shouts in a terrifying, commanding voice. Those lights are supposed to be evenly spaced! Sorry, the lighting is important to Baz and to Cornelia and to Belle. We were originally a Lamplighters Guild, you know.
Of course. Right.
So we should be able to light a bloody room!
Whoa, stress. The wedding stress getting to you.
The wedding stress is
Picket.
getting to Picket.
Oh, no.
But she quickly...
Oh, gotta love a wedding, though. You love love, right? Picket.
Oh, yes. It's a magical day. Anyway, follow me. And she leads you to a sort of back room where, tables are kind of stacked up against the wall sideways, ready to be put out.
So why are we here?
Well, here's the thing. I've got an offer for you. The Lampblacks are looking to expand into a new drug. It's called Levy. It's an extremely diluted form of Leviathan blood. You dry it, you smoke it. It's a wonderful ride, I'm told, if it doesn't kill you first.
And I've been authorised to make you, as the newest gang on the scene, the following offer. 20 coin for a 5% stake in a new venture.
Okay, you want us to invest in your new, potentially lethal drug?
Oh yes, well, the distribution and sale of said drug.
You want 20 gold from us?
Oh yes.
I don't think we've got... Lilith, do we have 20 gold?
I'm not 100%. I know.
Who's the treasurer?
You rack your brains and remember how much coin do you have?
I got 2 coin last week.
It is not 20. Sorry, 8. You have 10, I think, if I'm keeping track of it right. 8 in total. You had a bit more, but it's been an expensive business preparing for the score of a century.
I don't know if this might just be a non-starter. We're not really. It's not the kind of gang we are.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought maybe narcotics was your business, but no, it's mostly thievery, is in burglary.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not just burglary. Cool heists. Thank you very much.
as you say, cool heights. Well, then I apologise for taking up so much of your time. Hook here will walk you home, and as I say, do feel free to swing by later for the festivities.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's very amenable of you, Picket. You're not going to strong-arm us or threaten us or menace us or blackmail us or...
How would it benefit me in the long run to go into business with partners who aren't really keen, aren't really hungry?
That's very reasonable of you. I fully agree. But, you understand our position. We can't invest in a drug. I've never heard of it before, but from what you say, it sounds very sketchy and unethical and deadly.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think
this is so much of what we do. Am I right?
Well,
Yeah.
well...
I think it's mainly, if we're going to dip our toes into narcotics for the first time, we try not to be going for one that would be more likely to kill people than actually provide.
Yeah, come back with something recreational, Picket.
You want repeat customers. All right, that's the thing.
It's not for you. That's absolutely fine. I'm a reasonable woman. Those tables are supposed to be out already!
She screams out the door at someone who actually drops a vase full of flowers in shock and surprise.
We can see you're very busy, so...
Yes, as I say, Hook will walk you home. Drop by the reception if you fancy a dance and no harm, no foul. Wasn't for you, that's absolutely fine.
And at this, she actually slides her chair back, gets up, and walks out, screaming something about seating plans and chair covers. And musicians. She goes over to some musicians who are setting up in the corner and grabs a sort of the bow bit and just starts beating them around the head with it. And as you see Junker heading off, you spot Picket wearing a smart suit. And Picket comes storming up to intercept Junker and just grabs him by the lapel and looks at the food and shouts so loudly that I think it's fair that you can overhear it at this point. It's just something along the lines of,
What the hell are you doing? You're supposed to be on wine duty. Do you know how many empty glasses I can see looking around here? This evening has to go perfectly.
Junker sullenly puts his plate down on the nearest spot and heads through a back room that you assume leads to some sort of wine cellar, something like that.
Yeah.
Say, Lilith, you heard from, as you were talking to the waiter in the bathroom, you heard coming along the corridor outside, Miss Picket, Miss Picket, Miss Picket, Miss Picket, Miss Picket, Miss Picket, and then a few moments later coming back, is this way, she tried to attack me, and
Talk sense, woman!
from through the door you can hear quite clearly Picket's distinctive rasp as actually she turns to the Zilla, you see this obviously, she turns to the woman who brought her running and says,
Oh, there's been a misunderstanding. Miss Zilla here is an honoured guest. Please, go back to your duties.
and the woman is like, okay, Miss Picket, if you're sure. Lilith, no need to roll for this. You can just, as the door just opens, you can just like, just there, and she walks out. Yeah, but she has now left the room. So in the basement, in the cellar now, Zilla, there is just Picket and the winded Junker with you. And she says,
Zilla, I'm delighted you could make it.
Are you?
Yes, I didn't think you would come, but I'm
Because
delighted
you thought
have.
I'd be dead, didn't you?
Don't know what you're
Picket.
talking about.
Do you not?
No.
How
She-
did this stuff get here? I point at the stolen goods and artifacts and intel.
Well, I've never seen that before in my life. What is it?
As you have this conversation, she is just sort of taking a winding sort of walk towards you, Zilla.
Not so fast, Picket. I take a step back. We know your game. We know you're planning to overthrow Baz. So Baz, with your man Hook. He's dead. We got him.
Has Hook done something naughty that I didn't want him to do?
He's done something naughty that you did want him to do. He tried to stab me. I got his knife. Take the knife out.
Oh, well. I see you have encountered him. Sometimes it can happen. I trusted him, but I was wrong to place my trust in him, apparently. And he's gone and betrayed me. And stolen your lovely things into the bargain. What an upset. What an upset, Zilla. You must be fuming.
She's still sort of moving towards
Picket,
you.
you're a
They're not
slippery one.
lamplighters, they're gaslighters.
She's a slippery one.
Mm-hmm.
Picket, we know your game. We're going to expose you to Baz Baz, and then you'll be in trouble.
If there's a problem, I would be delighted to help bring you news of Hook's treachery to Baz.
She's sidling up
Right.
to you now, and she's right up close to you. She's in your
I
personal
back away
space,
again.
Zilla.
I see you, Picket.
Back away. You're up against the brick wall now, stood in the sort of debris.
Can't just keep
ruins
talking
of-
at me and getting closer
Okay.
and closer. It's not my first rodeo.
Okay, you creep in. You see Picket is like all up in Zilla's personal space, and Zilla kind of backed against the wall, a look of indecision on her face, and Lilith, you just lob this bottle into the center of the room where it breaks, and the sort of hunched figure of an old man is kind of standing there with a walking stick. You can, to you, Zilla, it is formless. You can just see you can tell it's a ghost. You can see the light, but it sort of has no outline and no features. Lilith, having attuned with it, it's you can see that this is a very elderly man with a stick, but in death he is extremely mobile, and he sort of moves up to Picket and goes, Picket, you killed my son. You killed him. Picket obviously spins round and goes, ah! and then the elderly ghost just jams its hands inside Picket's mouth and
God.
just starts to pull. And just
Lilith, what's happening?
is trying to fit its own head inside Picket's mouth.
You ruined my life, Picket. Now, let me ruin your very soul.
And it's just the old man ghost is just climbing in the mouth of Picket, whose jaw is just like horribly distended.
Oh, wow.
You can let this continue, and this the spirit of this old man will possess and kill Picket, or you can step in. It's entirely up to you.
I'm too terrified to do anything because ghosts are very, very scary to me.
And this is a scary one.
And Junker, I imagine.
Oh yeah, Junker is hunched over in silent prayer, just praying to any gods that will listen.
Okay.
I'm like, I scrabble behind me and grab like a wine bottle.
Yeah, you and Junker are holding each other, Zilla.
Junker, help me! Why? Because
Hold
we can't
me,
actually
Zilla.
we can't see the ghost. It's even more horrifying, if anything, because it's just
Yeah.
Picket with her mouth going wider and wider, and it's horrifying.
like a snake trying to swallow something. Except
Hold
if,
me,
Yeah, except if the pig was trying to get into the python.
crikey!
Right. Okay. So I would like to step forward into the room, just holding another spirit bottle,
Okay.
and just
Whoa.
calmly say to Picket, "I can make this stop."
Picket is unable to use words right now.
Yeah.
But is looking
So-
at you in a clear desperation.
If you want me to make this stop, hold your hand like this. Okay, put it on your head. That's you, lol. Okay, and I would like to call the ghost and be like, your revenge is made, and I will give you sweet rest.
Yeah. She will be dealt with, the ghost says to you, Lilith.
Oh, is he not? He's not listening to me.
No, sorry. The ghost says to you, Lilith.
Right.
She, referring to Picket, she will be dealt with. Promise me.
Oh, I promise.
Question mark.
I will ruin her life. And I'm saying this knowing that Picket can hear me.
Sure. Very well. Thank you for the opportunity. And the ghost back into the bottle.
And I'm like, oh, and by the way, if my plan doesn't work, you're more than welcome to return and look at Picket.
Cool. Picket is sort of hunched over, just holding her jaw, which is, halfway broken at this stage.
Yeah.
She sort of regains some composure and says, Look, I'm pretty sure we can come to some sort of arrangement.
Sure.
I have money.
You know what? I don't really want to make any arrangements with you because I'd like to make another flashback.
Okay. All right.
Basically, in Hook's lamp lighting stick thing, I looked at it.
Hook's lamp lighting stick.
Hook's lamp lighting stick.
Mm-hmm. The weapon that's in a present on the table upstairs.
That's in a present on the table upstairs. Yep. Basically, I found that there was a compartment in there because he didn't trust himself to remember all of the various steps to this plan. So within a hidden compartment is a list of various different things, and there's also code words in there that only Picket would know. So
a little
that it
aid
identifies.
memoir.
Yeah, a little and he thought he was being all clever hiding it in there, but he didn't think he'd ever get caught. And
yeah, okay. Secret compartment hidden in the weapon. Yeah, that's I'm gonna say that's another 2 stress, but no need to roll for that, I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean that currently now exists up in the present upstairs. In the present, as in literally in the wrapped gift.
Right, Picket, I know you did this, and I know exactly how to prove that you did it.
You've got nothing.
Oh, I've got plenty.
But I've got money. I'll make you rich.
Look, I think there's other people that I would rather have on my side, and to be honest, the second in command of the Lampblacks isn't as impressive as the top guy, the one that you wanted to, kill and overthrow and was plotting on the very day of his daughter's wedding.
When you put it like that, it sounds really bad. Not that I'm admitting to anything, you understand?
Well, you kind of are.
I think at this point, Picket doesn't know that you've got this proof, but Picket is soundly beaten. I think Picket probably is going to try and just make a run for it. I think, or possibly make a run to Baz. Yeah. I think that's Picket's. In the head of Picket, that's Picket's best move currently. She sort of stumbles past you and runs upstairs.
Can I rugby tackle her by the ankle? Ooh, that's not a rugby tackle, is it? I grab her by the ankles.
Yeah, it's sure, certainly. I think that'll need a roll, just because you were in a cowering, hugging.
I was terrified.
Position. Yeah,
I do my best. I try to arrest the forward momentum of Picket as she makes a run for the stairs, and I roll a 5.
Okay, yeah, you slam her to the ground, and she's not going anywhere. But as your complication, before you can get a hand over her mouth, she shouts as loudly as she can, "Baz!
I can't stop people coming down into this bloody wine cellar.
Yeah, everyone's hanging out in this. Everyone's hanging out in this wine
Oh,
cellar.
it's the kitchen in the party, isn't it? All the cool kids down in the wine cellar.
Yep.
Okay, all right. So we don't have long. Picket, if you keep your trap shut, we've got evidence. You see, we can prove Your boy, he was a dummy. I mean, he's dead now, obviously. He's dead and gone. We fed him to the fishes, but he is dead and gone, and he was a right idiot because he wrote down your entire plan, and we've got the proof. Now, we can kill you now, or we can keep you alive, and you'll be our little pet Lampblack, and you'll do what we say, and we won't out you to Baz, but we will have this over you for the rest of your life.
Deal.
Yes. Good choice. That's the smartest thing you've said all day. The smartest decision you've made. What do you think, Lilith?
Yeah.
I think we should spare her. I think better the devil you know.
Hey, I think
That
we
seems
should
nice,
spare
but we
her,
don't know. Yeah. We spare her. We've got something over her.
Having
She's
this
got-
over her sounds pretty badass.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have something over her forever.
Okay.
Baz would surely punish her severely. He would have her killed if he were to know about this conspiracy. Mm-hmm. And obviously, if she succeeds in the conspiracy, well, no, we don't want that because then we won't have anything over her. It's in our interest that the conspiracy does not succeed. So
Yeah.
that will be something to keep an eye on.
Like
But
basically, we've got this over. If you try this, then we show this to Baz.
blackmail. That's our security. Quick, help me stuff all of this stolen stuff into an empty barrel. Into an empty wine barrel. We stuff everything into an empty wine barrel.
Yep,
Yeah.
no worries. I'll tell you what, let's say by the time you have stuffed everything into an empty wine barrel,
yeah.
Picket is just sort of sat there exhausted and fairly defeated, and so is Junker. As you just finished putting everything in the wine barrel and you've got the top on it, dunk, when the door swings open and Baz is there, and let's say Cornelia as well. Baz just looks around the room and says, "Picket, I was told there was a problem. Is there?" Picket looks up at Baz, shows a quick glance at you, Zilla.
No, boss. I briefly thought we were running out of the good wine, but I found some, so we're not.
I'm on the other side of Baz and I'm like, yes, good.
Yeah.
And I imagine Lilith is like, wine, like spirit bottle.
Yeah. Cornelia is like, Dad, can we get back to my wedding? It's time for the first dance. And Baz is like, yes, Picket, think maybe you've been indulging in the supply down here. I wouldn't wonder. He doesn't really think she's drunk, but he's trying to make light of a very suspicious situation. You can tell that he is filing away, that something's going on here, and that he is going to be on his guard around Picket from now on. He turns to you, Lilith, and says, I wasn't aware that we had someone so famous here at the party. Please, would you join me upstairs back at the reception? May I get you a drink?
I would love that. Can I just say, you look absolutely dashing, and your daughter Cornelia, you look absolutely stunning. What a wonderful dress. Both you and Belle have immaculate choices in your fashion. I'm so in awe.
Cornelia goes, yeah, cheers. And Baz is like, we really must be going. Time for the dance. And leads you all up to the reception. Picket follows and is also there. And I think it's probably safe to say that you spend the rest of the evening dancing away, drinking, and having just a rare old time doing tortoise races and just really enjoying the wedding. Baz seems to be a very gracious and generous host. Lilith, and Zilla, your cups are never empty. Picket dances half-heartedly.
Yeah, I get Picket on the dance floor and I'm like, and she can't stop me.
Picket dances through the night unwillingly, before eventually saying,
I'm knackered. I might head
Probably
off.
want to do something about that jaw.
Yeah, I might
go have a scene too. That was so awesome that you have Picket now as your
Over
pet.
a barrel, you might say.
Over a barrel, you might say. That was rad. I was sort of hoping she would die so I could stop doing the voice, but
No, never.
But in the service,
We'll never let her die.
in the service of the narrative, she's not only alive, but has become a larger part of the fiction.
You shouldn't have made her so endearing.
So that's great.
Lilith,
Yes.
got a bit of a favour to ask you. I need a favour from someone spooky. My second in command, Picket. I think you are well acquainted with them.
Yes.
Well, she recommended you.
A larger part of the fiction.